I don't know how I feel about this. I really don't. Um, it is what it is at the end of the day, but I don't think this is the best option for us. I still will say Trent Brown is the best option for us, but Mekhi Becton is scheduled to visit with us today. Later today, we're going to have him in Cincy, and we're going to see how this all works out. If we sign him for a league minimum deal, I'm okay with that. I think that's not the worst thing in the world, but you have to keep in mind that Beckham is also not the best option available. He is not. As it says right here, this past season, Becton opened the season as a top right tackle before moving to left tackle in week 3. For the reason he earned a career worst 53.2 Pro Football Focus grade. He allowed 12 sacks, 8 quarterback hits, and 30 hurries in 610 pass blocking snaps while committing 18 penalties. And he also has very bad injury concerns. There's a reason why he didn't play for a year and a half, almost 2 years, and it was because he couldn't stay healthy. So we're bringing in a guy who can't stay healthy, who has allowed that much sacks and that amount of quarterback hits and hurries and 610 pass blocking snaps while committing 18 penalties, when our offensive line right now is a mess. And this is something we haven't done yet this free agency, is get someone who can help us out on the line. We need to protect Joe Burrow. This is not a question. This is not a theory. Listen, Zach Moss is great. He can't do crap if we can't protect Joe Burrow. Our receiving core is great. It doesn't matter if we can't protect Joe Burrow. It doesn't matter if we go ahead and get a veteran tight end in Mike. If you get Mike, great. Guess what? You can't protect Joe Burrow. You're not going to have anyone helping him or getting the ball to him. He's not going to be able to do anything. I feel like this is a waste. I feel like we should be picking up Trent Brown and utilizing our money in that way. Because, again, Mekhi Becton, I'm not saying he's the worst option in the world. He's not. There's worse options than him. But I don't like the idea. I really don't like the idea of going after someone who's injury prone. And I know it says right here he's coming off a actual decent season. That year's current Bengals offensive line coach Frank Pollack held that position in New York when Becton was drafted. That year, Becton has his best as a pro, earning a 74.4 Pro Football Focus grade. That's right, because Frank Pollack he came from the Jets. He used to play for the Jets, and he was the offensive line coach when they drafted Becton. We're signing an offensive tackle because Frank Pollack wants him and played with him and thinks he's good. We need to fix this. We need to fix this. Now, in theory, we're most likely going to draft a right tackle, if not in the first round, in the first 2 rounds. And hopefully that will fix our issues at the end of the day here and give us, a lot better of a situation. But it's just like, when I say I'm okay with us going out there and signing 3 free agent right tackles, I'm definitely going overboard saying that, by the way, but I'm exaggerating that, but I'm like serious. I want to go out there and sign a right tackle in free agency, but I want to sign someone who's good. I want to sign someone who's going to help us out. Like right now, Jackson Carman is our right tackle. Jackson freaking Carman or Cody Ford. Those are our options at right tackle right now. That's not a good position to be in. It's not. And again, if you do bring in a rookie, right? And again, Mekhi Becton. He's not a veteran that you're going to bring in and he's going to be able to train a rookie how to play at a top level. That's not what you're going to get out of Mekhi Becton. You're going to hope he's healthy and hope he can play somewhat okay. and you're going to bank on the fact that Frank Pollack played with him back when he was in with the Jets in 2020 and hope that's going to propel us forward. Instead of getting Trent Brown, who's going to give you the ability to have him train a young rookie, show him the ropes, show him what he needs to do. I do trust Duke Tobin, Katie Blackburn, and Zach Taylor. I have a lot of trust in them. They know what they're doing, and they're going to do what's best for the team. But I don't agree with this. And again, keep in mind, they're just bringing him in. They're not signing him. They're just bringing him in. But a lot of times when someone brings someone in, it ends up with them signing them. It depends on the price tag. That's what I will say, right? If the price tag is we sign him to a 1-year, $2 million deal or $3 million, whatever, I think it's a waste of money. But you know what? Whatever. We have depth. We have, another guy in there where if he can stay healthy, he can be really good. And again, listen, Becton has the ability, athletically, and from college. You watch him in college, this guy was an animal. He was a monster in college. He wasn't the greatest tackle. He actually got drafted as a guard. Ironically enough here, a little side note here, Mekhi Becton in college was a right guard. He wasn't a tackle. And he actually, in college, they said he couldn't play right tackle because of the fact that he's not athletic enough, or he can't get to a certain point fast enough. That was his problem. That was in college. And then they drafted him, and the Jets were like, oh, right tackle. Yeah, so they couldn't in college. So, if you're going to give him league minimum and then put him at guard and maybe he'll be better at guard if he stays healthy, maybe that's okay. Like I said, but I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how I feel. And I'm not trying to rant for 10, 20 minutes, but it's just there's so many ideas because we're finally working on the offensive line. That's the one thing we have to work on. Going into this offseason, it's probably the number one thing I would want to work on. And now we're finally doing it, but it's in what way? We're getting ourselves a interesting player. Again, like I said, we haven't signed him yet, but it's just when I hear, well, we're going after this guy because of Frank Pollack, I'm like, okay. That's the guy we're going after. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, man, deuces.